you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly up away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero?
Like a Hellcat.
ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Shooting stars.
Didn't even get to bronze.
I said I'm moving too far. Get it done. Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you want. Shining like it's neon. Rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Yeah, shoot, shoot. Yeah, shoot, shoot. Yeah, shooting, shooting. Yeah, shooting shots. Shooting stars, shooting stars, shooting stars, shooting stars.
Didn't even get to bronze.
All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Playday number 8 of the Rainbow Six Pro League. I'm Monkey Fist. I'm joined by Mr. Ian Flea. Flea, how we doing, mate?
I'm going very well, Monkey. I'm looking forward to tonight. We've got two amazing games ahead of us tonight.
Yeah, two amazing matchups. Should be pretty great. So we're going to, it's just two teams going at it instead of our regular 4, thanks to Fnatic being overseas for their boot camp. They're going to have a make-up game in the next half of the season, which isn't till March. But, yeah, so we've got Oddity versus August, as you guys have probably seen for the last half an hour. So August versus Oddity. There's a bit of history here, isn't there?
Yeah, there certainly is. We used to have Todd. He was the captain of August. He's now the captain of Oddity. And, they're going to be pushing along. They've got... Both teams know each other very, very well. And both teams are currently vying for the second place on the ladder too.
Yeah, so talking about the ladder, let's take a look at the standings here. We can see Fnatic have, of course, stretched out in front as, the number 1 team in ANZ would be like to do. Of course, last season they only came second in the Pro League, but I think this season they've decided they don't want that to happen again. They've only got the 1 draw and 5 wins after 6 matches played. As for Oddity and August, the two teams we're going to be seeing here tonight, this is another top of the table clash. It's a first, whoever wins this takes both will, definitely take that number 2 spot. If August win one and Oddity draw the next one, Oddity and August draw the next one, they'll be on even points. And I think because it'll be head-to-head, August will go up to second. So this is one of those matchups where, it really matters for both teams to take.
Yeah, it's really important, as you said, for both teams to take it. That being said, there is a couple of contenders there that could potentially find their way up. But yeah, I do believe that this will decide our second place team at the end of the season.
Yeah, well, there still is a few places to go, of course, Flea. Like, I'm not going to call it that early. I like how confident you are, though. But yeah, Oddity and August, they're probably the two teams we're expecting to be up there, though. And, at the start of the season, everyone will be saying August number 2 easy. But Oddity have definitely shown some great stuff this season. And, I really can't call how close this one's going to be. But as for maps, Flea, what are we going to be seeing tonight?
So first up, we do have Bank. It's going to be a very roam-heavy map. In my opinion, I think Oddity have looked tremendous on Bank so far, where August have looked very hit and miss. Both teams have played a lot of Bank, though, so it'll be interesting to see how that one plays up. And our second match is going to be Border.
Yeah, I really feel like we haven't seen too much Border this Pro League season. Like, it's normally one of the staples that we see quite a lot, but at least in the matches I've cast, we haven't really seen too much Border at all.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen a lot of Border this season at all. It's just sort of been sitting off to the wayside. It's a little bit odd at the moment that we haven't seen a lot of it. But that being said, as the bans come through, we're going to be seeing a bit more Border as we go along.
Yeah, for sure. So, August, Oddity, there's also some more storylines here as well, isn't there? Oddity have on their side Todd, a player that used to play for August when they were under the Atletico roster, didn't they, Infley?
Yeah, it certainly did. Todd, of course, used to be the IGL. Now he's moved over to Oddity. It'll be interesting to see how they go. There's going to be a bit of pride here at stake. Even if it doesn't matter which team wins, both teams are going to be wanting to get that bit of bragging rights over the other one, should I say? Because it's always important that you defeat your previous team or you beat the member that leaves. You do want that bit of pride in your own team.
Yeah, well, we are getting right into this one, ladies and gentlemen. Bank is the first map. Oddity versus August. And Flea, are we ready?
Oh, I am ready, Monkey. I am very ready for this, as we are going to get into Bank, as you said. First ban phase coming up. August on the ban first. And we are going to see a Ying.
So obviously the Ying is going to help them be a bit safer from some of those pushes that we see into the the red hall, especially on the downstairs bomb site. I know they've been favouring a few Thatcher bans and such as of late, but looks like they're not going to go for that at all, as we're going to see Jackal banned out as the first ban for Oddity.
Yeah, Oddity's bans both being extremely quick here. The Jackal ban I'm not really surprised at, as Jackal is very, very strong on this map, and a Clash ban. That seems very targeted to me.
Yeah, well, Clash is an operator that seems decent on Bank. I do believe we saw August utilising her quite a lot, especially on that top floor, to gain a lot of information. But interesting to see that Mira's made it through. This is one of the discussions
So,
that...
Echo.
Yeah, yeah, and Echo. Yeah, both interesting points. Dev Marta and I were talking about this. You know, I really feel like Mira is not a ban we see as much on Bank here. And
No, yeah, it's not as important on this map. CEO, obviously it helps out a lot, but it's not necessary on any of the sites, unlike, say, Oregon or even Border.
yeah. Sure, so for the first bomb site, we're going down to the lockers and CCTV room here for August. I'm going to see a Monty coming out here as Shabs is going to sick pick that from the Thatcher. I'm actually surprised there was no hard breacher banned as well. Like, that's another common ban we see on Bank quite a bit.
Attackers need to locate
Yeah,
and defuse as many bombs
it's
as
something,
they
normally you'll either see the Thermite or the Habana. There's really, the Thermite's the better pick on this map, as you can always just sub in Maverick instead, but if you ban out Thermite, it's very hard to get into that standard plant spot next to the server room, so Thermite's usually the more targeted ban on Bank. As you said, interesting to see it not come through, but the Ying ban is going to be very, very powerful, especially coming plant time. So we'll have to see how that comes into effect.
Yeah, what I'm interested in as well is the fact that we have the Monty. Obviously, that's going to be utilised when they go for the plant to try and plant behind. And one thing that we've seen August doing is they'll just bring a massive amount of C4s just to deny the plant. But it seems like August this time, they've only bought 2.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Yeah, they've only bought 2 here. They do have, you know, the gas babes. They also have the yokai drones. So there's still plenty of denial, regardless of the C4. That's a very good cam from Emo.
Yeah,
He's had a couple of good placements actually. We saw a couple. That's some great observing by Sky. I approve of Valcam Sky, so keep it up.
Nice shield at the top of the stairs here as well. Looks like August are going to do a very extended hold over in servers. Going to see that shield not last too long, and Solix's drone is actually going to survive. I thought the impact might get it, but that's going to cause Ethan to fall back. Once that hatch gets opened up, they're not really going to be able to survive too long in server at all, the defenders.
He's looking for that yokai. He hasn't been able to see it just yet. Pops the gas grenade. He is going to pop the yokai as well, and everyone gets out safe. But that is a gas babe used in sub 1 minute. That's not ideal.
Yeah, and all these hatches are going to get blown thanks to the Habana still being on the board. A lot of the times we will see a Habana ban as the favourite hard breach ban.
I just want to touch quickly, that SI skin is so sexy.
Oh yeah, it is. It's definitely very popular. A lot of people have been grinding that out, using a lot of cash to get it, but this has been some great progress. Oh, but here's something we didn't see in the prep phase. Look at the wall set up there by August. It's going to be almost impossible to thermite in. You're going to have to use some other kind of utility to open up and go for the plant in the default spot.
They have the Zofia, so they can just blow it open. It is going to make it pretty difficult though. It's going to have to be very pinpoint accurate, and you're not going to have a lot of room to move.
Yeah, and I think that might be the only operator they can do that with. Do they have anything else to do it with, maybe?
No, they don't.
Redolent's going to go for this thermite charge plant. Oh, and he's going to have the Monty to cover him as well. I was going to say, that could be easy to shoot out, but no, not going to happen thanks to Monty's presence. He does take a little bit of damage, unless that was from the smoke Dave earlier. But look, they're going for the plant nice and early, and the Monty is just a little bit of a bait here. First bait. It's going to force him on back, but he's going to go in for another shot as he is still completely covered here. Is there an Echo drone nearby? Surely there is.
Yeah, there will be. He can't plant because that wall isn't destroyed. He's had to go further back. Dirtbay's going to nail him in the head. And just like that, that plant goes south because that wall wasn't opened properly.
Yeah, they're really regretting banning that Jackal now because they don't have the pocket shotgun to help open it up more, and no more explosives on anyone here. You're going to see the smokes go down as the Monty's going to start the plant. That's a miss. Smoke babe. Oh, that's going to be a C4 shot out of the air as the Echo drone does deny the plant. Ethan's going to find Todd. Is that another C4 I think I heard? Shab's still trying to stick this one, but they are at a man disadvantage.
Yokai's is still alive. 5 seconds. No, they do manage to stop it. Emo doesn't manage to get the refrag off, but it's a 4v3 right now. Derpe slowly pushing his way forward. They don't have C4s to lob through this hatch. It looks like Derpe is going to be on cover duty as Emo is going to push his way forward. They need to kill that member behind the Monty. And then they still have someone at the back. Joey's going for a massive flank though. They're going to hear him as he walks through the beepers. I think there's someone in kitchen. Oh, he's moved all the way around. Shabs has finally knifed Derpe. Emo on the flank is going to find one gold legion, trading back another gold legion, gets himself a second as he's going for this. Monty finally gets aggressive and Shabs picks it up. Great first round by Oddity.
Yeah, that was definitely well executed. Even though they lost the first player and the fact that it was, you know, that they couldn't plant in the correct spot, they still pick up the round thanks to some beautiful, I suppose, just team play. And they just seem to be on the exact same wavelength, all pushing for the plant. I think I saw 2, or at least 1 C4, and then maybe a smoke babe get shot out of the air while the Monty was going for the plant. No echo drones were around to deny it for that full time. I think Solix used all 3 of them, but yeah, beautiful stuff from Oddity as they take the first one, and we're going back to lockers again.
Yeah, they're heading back down to this basement. I really think that... one of the yokais must have been taken out. I think I only heard it shoot twice, so one of the yokais must have been destroyed. So, if he had the second yokai up, he could have potentially denied it for the full time. Or if they hadn't used that smoke grenade, the smoke babe, at the very beginning of the round, they would have had a third smoke to deny it.
Yeah, that's true. As we look at these operator lineups, exact same across the board here, Ampli.
Yeah, no one changing up anything, which means if the execution doesn't change, Oddity's going to be walking away with another round win. I think Oddity are going to have to be a bit more prepared for that wall that really messed up their plan.
100% agree. That's going to be the pivotal point. It really feels like God Legion should probably shoot the impact a bit lower to the ground so it gets that little lip that was left, which stopped them being able to plant in the default spot.
Yeah, and that cost, unfortunately, that cost Redolin his life too, as he had to walk that a little bit further back. Could not, had to put his head back in the line of danger, but I think a little bit lower will solve all these issues. Other than that, it looks like the exact same setup here.
Yeah. Wonder if, do they have the, still the aggression over in the service stairs up window? Ethan is at the top of them. We can see that, and he is going to get forced on back. He's going to lose a bit of damage thanks to the Zofia charge as well.
Yep, it managed to destroy the shield and do a little bit of damage. Oh, that was a nice drone from up the top. It's going to find Joey.
He's not sure where it is at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a pretty uncommon spot, isn't it? And he is getting pinged to heck.
There he is. He is not certain where it is right now. There's still another drone up there. The gas babe is going to force the Monty probably just forward a little bit as he did overshoot it. But Joey's going to have to peace out. There's no 2 of them behind this server. Ethan and Joey.
How old is the gas babes now?
I think he has 1 left. Yeah, he's got 1 left.
Yeah, they are going to be in for a world of hurt when the push comes. We're going to see nades raining in any moment now.
And I don't believe they have a ADS there to cover him off. They are going to see... Oh, there is 1. So flashbangs can burn that easy. And then Zophia's just going to concuss them. And then I believe they're just going to walk forward. They do have a yokai there, though, in support.
Yeah, well, push. You can feel it mounting. You can feel it building. The first one's going to push on up, but it's the Monty. He's completely covered here as the shots are just going to rattle off his shield. He needs backup, though, because they are wasting so much time here, Joey and Ethan. How are they still allowed to be alive? The concussions are going to come on out, but still no one's pushing up. There we go. God Legion's going to find 1 before he's traded on back, and then the Monty's going to find the follow-up. So there we go, a 2 for 1. That's the Zofia. Are they going to be able to open this wall now?
No, they're not. They're going to have to change their strategy. Redolin's probably going to have to get that firewall open, and then they're going to have to Monty plant it. They don't have a lot of time to play with here, so if both yokais are still up, 1 C4, and they have the time covered. So here we go. Redolin's going to have to open it. Shabs is there to block. Oh, the C4 from Derpe is going to take them both out, and this round is probably going to go over to August here.
Well, there's Todd and Vast still on up, and they're going balls to the wall. Flashbang's great for Emo Rin, but Derpe is going to find Todd, leaving it all up to Vast, and Derpe is going to clean him up as well. What was that? 4K for Derpe? 2 with
Yeah,
the C4.
Derbe did an absolute monster of a work there. Two with his Vector and 2 with a C4. That was a beautiful lob by him.
So, Oddity, next time they attack back there, they're really going to feel like they need to have some more soft breach. Maybe just take a buck. Like, I know, you're going to miss out on some other utility. But, yeah, you're definitely going to be without that buck.
Yeah, maybe they could bring an Ash and Zofia. Like, who do they sub out there? Like, the IQ, maybe?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, guys, I believe we'll be going to a rehost. Just waiting on the admin's confirmation. Yep, there we go. So you can see us back again. So 2 rounds in, Amphley. 1 to Oddity, 1 to Auglis. How are we feeling about this overall?
Yeah, I think this has been pretty good. I've been impressed with Oddity's performance. Very individual play by Derpe secured a round for August, but it's just a little it's a little interesting to me to see a 1-for-1 scoreline when I think Oddity's lineup for me has just been interesting, knowing how the wall gets opened.
Yeah.
Like it's just a little.
Like,
yeah,
even
it's just
something like
interesting that they didn't change their lineup. Like I'm very odd that it didn't work the first time and they didn't change anything about it. Like it's just.
Yeah, it's just like, even if they took that buck, or like even a sledge would be so much more useful. Like, the sledge can still destroy the top of the stairs shield that they're struggling with. And also, I just realised, Amphley, or I was informed that, you know how we're talking about mirror bands at the start? I put the mirror band up on screen even though it was the Maestro.
Old habits die hard.
Oh, yeah, it's just like, you're doing it on autopilot kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mirrors band, it's alright. No, but
yeah, my bad. It's
it's all good. These things happen. But CEO coming up for August. It's very interesting to see the rise of CEO into the secondary bomb site.
Yeah, well, that's something that, this August roster really favoured a long time ago. It was, they'd take it as their first choice for so long just to throw teams off. Like, I remember back when I played competitively, we were versing this August roster at the time. It wasn't the same roster. I think the only people left on it are, Silex. But yeah, we were doing our research on the team and we were like, oh yeah, top floor, that's where they like to go first. Even though it really wasn't meta at that point. Like, back then, that was just the 2 bomb sites you had to go to.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something that, they're obviously very experienced with, and I think this bomb site really leads into some very aggressive defender plays. Like, it really allows the defenders to dictate where they want the attackers to go. Attackers really have limited options.
Yeah, they certainly do. And what I like about the CEO bomb site is it requires a great deal of coordination across the map for the defenders, right? Like, you need to impact nade the thermite wall from the skylight stairs. But to do that, you need to be safe from the window. So you need someone in lobby being able to hold the angle to the window, which they need to be safe from car park then. So you need someone up at elevators covering car park. But it's just, there's a lot that goes into it. And if one piece will fall, the rest of the dominoes will fall as well. So it requires a lot of teamwork and coordination from the defenders to do properly.
Yeah, and I suppose that's one of the interesting things, that teams are relying on using this impact trick rather than, doing something more traditional like a bandit trick. Like, I really feel like the impact...
easier.
Well, the impact trick's easier, but it's still way too inconsistent, in my opinion. And, like, you're still exposed from the windows either way. So, in my opinion, it would be a bit better to try out for the bandit trick instead of so many impact tricks.
Well, I mean, in time, that's going to be moot anyway, as, when Kaid comes available, all that's not going to matter anyway. So it's what they have best to them, and at this point, it's not about what provides them with the most reward. It's about mitigating the risk.
Yeah.
Right? If you mitigate the risk, you'll perform consistently better than going for the big play. So the bandit trick's the big play. The impact grenade is the safer play. It just makes more sense to do the safer play.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose also when we got the Kaid coming into Pro League, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see a lot more Thatcher bans as well. Like,
Yes, Thatcher is definitely going to be an upcoming powerhouse in the ban phase, I think. Of course, with every new operator, Thatcher potentially gets more powerful.
Hmm.
Both Thatcher and IQ have the same curve in that regard. Um, as more operators get added to the game, both of those two operators will, of course, consistently get more powerful. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that brings.
Yeah, well, we're about to go back live, I believe. We're just waiting on the admin's word. Yeah, waiting on League Ops, unfortunately. But how are we feeling so far, Amphley? Like, is this going to be one team finding their groove, or is this going to be a back and forth slogfest?
Oh, look, I think we're going to end up with a slogfest, and the reason I say that is both both teams seem to really want to fight for that second place spot at the moment. So we are definitely going to see a slugfest as no one's going to give any ground. And I do believe that at their best, these teams are both pretty even.
Yeah, that's something I'd have to agree with you. Like, both these teams pretty even across the board. It definitely coming into this season though, we didn't really think so, did we?
Yeah. No, well, anyone would be able to see it and go to August, ex-Atletico. They came first last season. They came first in the in the regular league. They came first in the LAN event. They should be able to just cruise this. But Oddity have really impressed me this season. And I said before, I think Oddity are going to be our second best team. I think they are going to be the team that goes in there. My other choice would have been Avant, but Avant have dropped a lot of games so far this season.
Yeah, I suppose while we're waiting for that rehost, that's another thing we can talk about. Like, you and I spoke about this before we went live today, didn't we? That, we're thinking, Avant have been kind of the inconsistent performers. Like, they win a map against August and they draw against Fnatic, but then I think they lost to Low Key like last week, and they had another 2-0 loss as well. Like, teams that you really think they'd be beating, but they're not. And I don't know, but they're winning against the teams that you wouldn't think they would win against.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Avant obviously have some easier matchups coming up, is a way to put it, or matchups against lower standing teams at this point. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be really important that they pick up double wins across, Mindfreak, GIU, even Darkside if they still need diverse. So they need to pick up those double wins coming up. But yeah, or else they're currently sitting at 7th in the ladder. That's not a good spot where everyone's played 6 games.
Actually, let's bring up the standings once again. Like, we only really spoke about the Oddity and August thing, but these top 4 that we've got right now, is that the kind of top 4 we were expecting to see at the end of the season, you feel?
No, I think most people were expecting Avant to be in that top 4. But Oddity have really made a case for themselves. So yeah, it's really. I think most people probably would have expected Avant to be in that top 4.
Well, last season, I believe the Oddity roster did come fourth, though. Like, I think this is the exact same top 4 we had at the end of the last season.
In a different order at the moment.
Yeah, it is a different order at the moment. But you really feel like Avant, I don't know, it's just so close this whole season, I feel. But you can really see the massive gap between the top 4 and the bottom 4 right now, can't you?
Oh, yes. You really can. Loki in 5th spot only got 5 points. Darksided in 4th with double that.
Yeah.
So if any of these bottom 4 teams want to make it into the top 4 spots, they really need to work hard. And at this point, I think it's going to require a bit of luck for them as well.
Yeah, would have to agree. Like, as soon as the season starts and as soon as we can see how the ladder's taking shape, you can play perfectly, but still not go up a position if you don't play anyone that's above you, right? Because if they're playing just as well, it comes to the point where you're relying on your opponents to lose rather than the fact that you're relying on you to win, which isn't the situation you want to be after the season's progressed.
Yeah, no, so it is really interesting to see some of these spots. And as you said, you really don't want to be on the bottom half of the ladder. But, for now, these top 4 teams, I think we've touched on it a couple of times in the course of the season. There is no playoff anymore, right?
Yes.
Your ladder standings determine where you're at. Only the top 2 go to LAN, you really need to fight for those top 2. So it's no longer about getting top 4. It's now about securing that top 2 spot, which means even teams like Darksided right now, who are in 4th place, are really going to be pushing hard to try and sneak their way into 2nd.
Yeah, that's true, but yeah, so you got to come top 2 if you want to make it to the APAC land to see who goes to the Pro League finals, of course. Still having a few issues, guys. These teams are just having issues with the rehost, apparently. So we could probably keep talking for a bit more, Flea. Like I don't really want to throw it a break just yet. What else could we talk about?
Well, I'm really interested in the fact that Mindfreak's on the bottom of the ladder, though.
Yeah, that's another interesting point. Like coming into the Pro League season, like we were thinking they would be up towards the top half, maybe about 5th.
Yeah,
but right now they are at the bottom, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They've only picked up 2 draws. They're still yet to get a single win to their name. It's going to be interesting to see, how they're going to perform come the second half of this season. But yeah, Mindfreak, this is definitely not the season they wanted so far. They absolutely thrashed the Challenger League.
Oh yeah,
team to get in here. They got in here with absolutely no issues whatsoever. And I think this actually just almost shows the massive difference between the Pro League teams and the Challenger League teams in our own scene.
Yeah, well, from what I can see with Mindfreak, I really feel like their issues stem from a few communication issues. And then again, I really think sometimes the personalities on their team can clash quite a bit. And I really feel like players like Wings and Kings and, the rhyming duo can sometimes get a bit tilted, and then you can really see it in their gameplay. Yeah, if you'd agree with me.
Yeah, I do. That's it's obviously a thing that, the rest of the Pro League teams have had to overcome, and you can see how each team has overcome that tilt level in their own way. And it's interesting to see that, the top teams and the consistent top teams have done a much better job at overcoming that mental barrier and that mental block than the bottom tier teams. But now we're starting to get to that point where every Pro League team is able to deal with tilt and just be like, yeah, nah, we lost. That's okay. That doesn't really bother us. Let's just focus on what we need to do to win. And it's that forward-thinking mentality that really makes the difference between the Pro League and the Challenger League, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I believe we're almost at the end, guys. I don't know why this rehost had to take so long.
That's all right. League Ops are dealing with something. But I do believe we are just getting into it now.
Yeah, we started. We're just waiting for the feed to catch on up, and then we'll be jumping right back into it. It's one apiece. Oddity and Auglis have picked up 1 round each. Well, as I just said, same thing over and over. And it's really looking indiscernible at this point.
Yeah, it is. It's really tough so far. We saw a really, really good round from Oddity, and then some very poor decision-making by them as well, though.
Yeah, and so we can see it is going to be the call from the admin, same site, but the teams are allowed to pick different operators. I believe that's what took so long to decide on that rehost there. And you can see I've fixed up the bands. My apologies once again, guys. I'm just so used to it being a mirror band, plus we were talking about the mirror band so much that I just put the mirror up there. But no, it's Maestro this time. Mirror has featured quite heavily in some of these rounds, especially downstairs, but not this time. No mirror on the downstairs.
The CEO, that's interesting, because mirror makes this side a lot stronger. You can set up the double mirror in janitors and the executive, in the conference room, sorry. And you can hold it. It's a great power position. But choosing not to take it, as you said, that Doc and the Echo as well. So double Echo, do you think we're going to be seeing a bit of spawn peeking?
Yeah, well, Doc's one of those operators that we see quite often, especially with August. He's going to play right at the end of this hallway that Emo Rin's in right now. He's going to be trying to take fights towards the car park. That being said, sometimes we've seen him play on the meeting hall desk as well, and he's got like a few bullet holes through for a cheeky angle. It's one of the things that Derpay's been doing quite a lot as well.
Yeah, we've seen some crazy angles out of that man, but that's Ethan just gonna have to bash his way back in through the same door that just got barricaded. But with the final touches on this setup happening, it looks like August are all ready for their defense.
Yeah, looks like Derpe is playing at the end of the hallway. He's got that shield on. This setup from August has gone through a few iterations of exactly where they want the shield, but they've always wanted their dock to play up against the reinforced wall overlooking Loan Office.
Yeah, it's definitely what they want, and it's definitely, you know, being able to have an ACOG hop that long. As Ethan takes a ton of damage, he has to piece out.
Nice and early on too. That's a great boon for Oddity, nice and early, but looks like that's going to be almost mitigated immediately as we see the dock healing back up.
It did take him 2 stims though, so he's only got 1 left.
Yeah, but obviously you've got the utility, you should use it whenever you need it, not like just in case you need it. And, you know, how often do we see like all 3 stims get used as is? Joey, he knows he's getting pressured as that's going to be the first point of contact here for Oddity.
Ooh, that's interesting by Redline. They're going to go for a floor destruction, even though there's no one there. I think they're just going to use that as a peek hole, maybe.
Yeah, it's more of so that they can be prone and shoot anyone's little feetsies as they try and push up. Oh, was that meant to be a smoke bait? Was he meant to throw an impact maybe?
Either way, he shoots that over. Oh, he's going to get himself shocked. Shab's just being annoying right now.
Yeah, well, there's no mirror, so the Twitch drone doesn't really have to find any of those canisters to pop.
Ethan's gone for a run.
We have the same idea, Fleet. Going for a bit of a late flank.
But we can see here, Oddity now, they're going to be covering off their flank as well. As I said, normally someone in that lobby can be very, very powerful to stop those windows. But it looks like Oddity, they're finally going to start having the push take shape. Ooh. As Reynolds pushed his way in, he's going to try and go for a plant. Joey could certainly deny it here. He's going to go for the pre-fire. He hasn't managed to hit it. He's safe behind the bomb. It goes down. Joey has to reload just as he runs out. Going to go for that flank. He's going to find one on the floor. Managed to hit that head. The C4 comes out. It's not going to get blown. Ethan needs to be very, very careful. Joey's actually going to go for a quick defuse here. Hopefully they can get it. No one's covering it off. Emorin's going to pick up one. God Legion trades him straight back though, but the defuse is still happening. And August, take it out as no one from Oddity is there to deny Joey.
I was like, it's a 5v5 plant. That's rare enough as is, but then we see the Ninja defuse as well. Well, Ninja's probably not... well, you know, just no one from August covering, Oddity covering it. Like, I don't think they were really expecting him to stick it. We saw the Zofia repelling outside. Probably it's, who was that? I think it was God Legion's job to deny that.
Yeah, and he just couldn't because they just got aggressed on over and over again.
And the fact that Joey also won the fight onto, I think it was the Twitch that was prone at the top of Skylight Stairs. Like, if someone's prone, yeah, you shouldn't really win a fight against someone who's prone, especially when they're holding the angle right onto where you are. Like, I don't know, whoever lost that fight, I can't quite recall, should be kicking themselves. Yeah,
definitely shouldn't have lost that, but as it is though, we now have to go to their tertiary site, which will be Teller's office and Archives. Still seeing this IQ being bought.
Look how careful Solix is being with the setup on these lower kind of peak holes. Normally, so they're going to have someone play on the stairs to the basement from there. You're going to be able to deny any plant around in that area, or at least that's a plan.
Yeah, it's a really good, really powerful hole. We've seen a couple of iterations from it, but I think the ankle holes are definitely the best option we have.
The ankle holes.
Yep. Yeah, just for tapping them feetsies.
Interesting to see they're actually reinforcing this hatch up here. Normally you'll see it open for a player to hide in janitor closet and then drop one through to safety.
They also did some reinforcements in open area, which is odd enough as it is on its own. So I think they're actually going to try and extend their defense across. They're trying to protect dirt.
Yeah, that's where he's playing. So maybe he'll be dropping down the hatches in open area so he can go to the flank and watch those ankle holes we were talking about.
Yeah, that might be his job, but we're going to see Oddity here. push their way into lobby. Shabs on this Monty again. He's played it a fair bit.
Yeah, it is surprising to see so much Monty play, isn't it? Of course. Oh, so it's going to be
Especially
Ethan
on
against this.
Bank, which is a very Rome-centric map.
They could just push in for a plant behind the Monty at this point. Is that what the plan is?
I think it is.
Clearing the way.
Oof, whoops.
He's getting Zofia.
Whoops.
Not exactly what you want when you're playing Monty.
Bomb located by attackers.
But yeah, this could be just a very simple strategy that, you know, all the preparation in the world won't make you ready for.
Yeah, just walk in, plant behind a Monty, and you're good as gold.
It's a lot easier said than done, of course, and there are still a few angles they need to be careful of. This C4 below from Ethan could be deadly as well. Surely they're aware of his possibility of being down here. It's going to come on up and oh! Redolent alive somehow.
Yeah, I think he's got to count his lucky stars there. Just a little bit short on that C4.
Oh, that's a filthy angle there from Derpe.
That is through a desk, through a long hall, out the other door. Whew. That's a great use of an ACOG.
Indeed, but a minute on the clock, and yeah, it looks like this oddity push is not relying on taking top floor control at all, which is, of course, very strange. Shabs with the Monty is going to start pushing in, starting to put some pressure on.
Yeah, Redolent has the diffusers, so we're going to have to watch him and where he's going to stand. Shab's just trying to orientate himself a little bit, and it looks like they may attempt the plant behind him. The C4 comes out. It's going to get shot out of midair. 30 seconds left. They've denied a lot of utility here, but they still haven't managed to push their way through, and Todd is still around with double yokais. Emo's still upstairs. I think August are in a good spot to hold this.
Yeah, well, here's the plant, and oh, we're going to see the push through from Joey. He's going to get the down and the finish off. Todd's going to trade back Ethan, however, but there's going to be Joey to trade back Todd. Shabs is going to form off for Emo Rin on the flank. It's up to God Legion. This push has gone so far south. It's out of Antarctica. 2 seconds on the clock, and that's the round.
Yeah, that went not very well for Oddity. I think their biggest problem was, you know, they got into their position so quickly and then just stood around and did nothing.
Yeah, they were just, my favourite word, faffing about.
Faffing about.
Faffing about.
But as you said, that went so far south, it went to Antarctica. That was very well put.
Oh, thank you,
I do
Flea.
like that one.
You
It's
know,
very elegant.
yeah, well, I was going to say, like, I didn't even plan on that as, like, a metaphor earlier. It just came to me with a stroke of genius. I have to thank my muse for that one.
Stroke of genius. All right, everyone, praise be to Monkey's mustache.
Sorry, I'm really got tickets on myself at the moment. But that's 3 rounds in a row for August after Oddity took the first one. Of course, this is Bank. It is a map that defenders really can be aggressive and dictate the pace, of course. But it has been 3 very convincing rounds, hasn't it, Amphley?
It really has. It's been strong rounds from August all around after that first one. But as you said, defender-sided map. I think Oddity, though, if they want to be in a strong position leaning forward, they're going to need to take at least one more attack round. And you can see here, they've actually subbed out the IQ for an Ash Sophia combo.
Yeah, is that what they changed out? They're bringing an IQ, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to feel the IQ was really not doing its job. Like, yeah, of course, maybe hunting the yokai drones, but having that more soft breach potential is definitely what we both agreed they needed.
Yeah, they definitely needed it. So, as you said, a buff could have done it, but Ash Sophia is going to make sure that it happens. So,
unless they miss.
that's true. They could potentially miss, but as we're just seeing some roam clearing coming out of the side of Oddity.
Yeah, they're not going to head straight to the bomb site yet. What do you think about Oddity's choice of the Monty? Like, is that maybe an operator they should be changing out here?
Well, we've seen a couple of iterations. We've seen them. They've tried to do it twice, but the second time it didn't quite work out. Where they were trying to do a fake out, so they were using Monty as a distraction and then planting in the normal spot.
What's
Normally
Vast
this would be
expecting here? C4
a camera, maybe a C4. Not entirely sure. But yeah, we saw them try to go for a fake out plant. Normally it would be a good play, but not when you have yokais sitting around.
Yeah, that is one of the things they're going to have to counter. Now, of course, probably one of the easiest ways to counter the presence of a yokai is just get ready to plant nice and early and make them waste all their utility, so you still have plenty of time to play with. And it looks like we're not seeing much, no congestion in the CCTV area. We can see that yokai all the way behind, however.
But still, every single one of the defensive operators for August has denial, right?
Yes.
We've got 3 C4s, we've got the smokes, and we've got the yokais. Everyone has denial. It's just a matter of how strong it's going to be. And that, as you said, much lower. Or he didn't get it to the right where he needed it.
That's the Sophia's job, apparently. Yeah, no Jaeger this time. That's a bit puzzling. That's what they've switched out the Bandit for.
Yeah, and you can see here, Redolent, they're going to go for the fake out plan again. The C4 is here. I don't think they're going to fall for it this time.
Yeah, Silex has got all the info with that yokai drone by the tunnel.
Yeah, and also a pulse. Yeah, the yokai comes out. They're not going to fall for this at all. I think they kind of need to just go for the plant behind Monty at this point.
Yeah, well, here comes one of those C4s, surely. No, yep, here we go.
Yep,
See you, Redolent.
Yeah, he's gone. 30 seconds left, though. It's going to be up to Shabs now to do a reverse plant. But the Gas Babes, here they come. That one overshoots. Shabs is still very, very safe. There is still some yokais left.
Yeah.
They have another C4 in place. There's one yokai. They're really using their utility well here, August.
Oh,
that gas grenade goes up. Oh, wow. Vast is actually in a spot to get aggressive. Emo Rin's going to pop his C4. Nothing comes of it. He has to get aggressive. But there is God Legion. Dopey's going to get one. Emo gets himself the C4 kill. And August pick up the defensive win.
Well, they lost the first one, but August, they've looked strong ever since. You know, Flea, I said it's 1-1 during that rehost. Are we going to see, you know, a slogfest? But right now, it's looking like the August show, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. August have looked very, very strong there. And well, in fact, in all these rounds, 4 in a row. And they've been 4 convincing rounds in a row. Oddity, probably not too happy with themselves.
It really feels like the meta on Bank has got to that point where, you know, it is kind of that battle of can you juggle the utility properly and can the defenders dodge. It's like a game of dodgeball, I suppose, with one team throwing and one team trying to dodge.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Yeah, and we all know if you can dodge a C4, you can dodge a bullet. So.
Is it dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge?
Dodge. Yeah.
But back to the top floor here for the very final round of defense here for August. It really feels like, Bank is one of those maps where the attackers kind of... It really feels like all these pushes, they've been hoping the defenders stuff up in some kind of way.
Yeah, it feels like that to me as well. I would have liked to have seen a bit more vertical play. Maybe, I think a buck is needed. Just some nades to be able to put aggression down that red hallway, right? Like, if you can pop that person off the mirror with a frag grenade, I think is what they need to be able to make that basement attack work.
Yeah, it really feels like the August are just being way too passive, giving too much respect here to August. Like they're letting them really dictate the pace. Like that Bank is the perfect map for that, of course, but it really feels like the Oddity are just like, yeah, whatever, you guys do what you want, and we're gonna see what we can have. So please, sir, may I have this plant?
Yeah, exactly. That is what we're looking at the moment, especially on that basement. Now going for this CEO, they did manage to get the plant last time, but the post plant went really south quickly for Oddity. So let's see what they're going to do. Joey's going to get pushed in by Shabs here. Joey and Shabs just sort of looking at each other.
See some shots through the wall to force him back. So we're going to hear those thermite charges start to go off. Going to be the feet high one once again, and then the normal sized one. No impact trick. Joey's actually taken some damage here.
I think that was through the wall from
the
I
window,
believe it's God Legion. Yeah.
Now, I suppose what's interesting is this Oddity squad we've seen to be so frag heavy, but at this point, they are really playing it very strategic and just like playing for the plant rather than playing for frags, which is not what we've traditionally seen from them. So I suppose if that's what, you know, you're into, it's great to see them making that change. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that they've been so exciting because they've been just so aggressive and frag heavy.
Oh, that sucks. Yep. Alright, so just 1 damage shy of what he wanted. He's going to have to waste a flashbang. But God Legion doing more damage.
So Joey got stimmed.
Yep, Joey got stimmed. Todd does find Dirtbay there. That's an aggressive shabs. Joey's going to take him out, though. Make him pay for it. And we are now down to a 4v4.
What was the plan there? I don't know.
To win the pistol fight, I guess, but you know, Joey had other ideas, and Joey came up on top. So God Legion with a beautiful headshot. Yep, Vast is going to land one of his own. God Legion going to pick himself up as Redolin has been down. Ethan with the C4 is going to find God Legion.
Just picks himself up and goes down. So it is a 2-on-2 if we count that downed player, but Vast is going to peek on the Emo Rin and find him. So it's all up to Ethan. He has to try and retake, but there's 20 seconds on the clock. He's going to find the first one. Going for the revive, and Ethan going to clutch that one out. As we do see that 5-1 lead come out here for August at the half-time.
Yeah, August. Very, very strong first half there for them. And they're going to be feeling very happy with themselves leading into their attacks. So happy that Salix is going to show a fuse quickly.
So yeah, we saw flashes of that Oddity I was talking about in that round, right? With that Ash just going balls to the wall straight into the corridor next to the bomb site there and just going for frags. But then they really fell apart right at the end there, didn't they? Trying to sneak in that revive. Ethan, nice little clutch there. Of course, he was helped out by Emo Rin, but you know, Oddity...
I'm pretty sure 4 of them were downed right that round. So you had Monty get downed and revived. Then you had Zofia downed, revived and then killed. You had the Thermite down, and I'm pretty sure there was another one who was down as well.
Well, Oddity really have to hope they had some good half-time oranges here. I wonder whose mum was on duty today. Because they've got to fight back from behind here. 5-1 down. They're going to have a flawless half if they want to take the W. Or, you know, they can only drop 1 if they want to bring it to at least a draw.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them at this point. But if any map can be, you know, one-sided enough to make it happen, it is going to be Bank.
Not Clubhouse. Clubhouse is probably the map that we see the most comebacks on, I feel. But, yeah.
But I feel like that's due to misplayers than anything.
Yeah, of course, we're going to see some, as I said, dictation here from Oddity. How do they want to play this defense? They need to force the attackers to go into the mold that they want and then capitalize on it.
Yeah. We see a very standard cam come out of Todd there at the very, very end. But so far, as we said, Todd taking on his old team here, and his old team definitely coming out on top.
Have to agree. Ethan looking like he's going to reach in from loan office. Todd is nearby waiting for him to do just that. I think he might... Has he escaped the drone? I really don't know. Either way, his position's way too exposed. And he's going to back on from out of there. A few shots were going very near him. But he lives on to fight another day. Or does he? He's got Emo Rin right around the corner to contest with.
I'm pretty sure Emo knows that he's there. Emo knows that there's potentially someone there.
Todd is getting hunted right now.
Yeah, Todd is left all on his own. Drone's going to come out from Silex. Now they know he's there. Emo's going to push his way forward. They see him. Emo wins the gunfight. Todd's going to get dropped.
Bomb located by
And
attack.
just like that, he forfeits his life.
Interesting to see that Vast has still got a deployable shield on hand as well as that Echo player. He was trying to scout out for Todd, but yeah, Todd was like a fish in a barrel at that point.
Yeah. There really wasn't a lot he could do.
Oof. Alright, Shabs.
Shabs, aggressive on the Emo, going to make it a 4v4 as he almost gets taken out.
We'll be asking for a reset now. There we go, the Smoke Babe to start that off and the revival. But we do have August ready to go for the plant. We still have 2 C4s and the smoke, and of course the Yokai are still around. They're going for this nice and early on. No one's there to deny it. Vast is going to have to. Oh, that was close.
Yep, just got to count to 7. And
just missed times.
Yeah,
Completely
this is
missed
poor use of utility here by Oddity. Very poor use of utility. The Yokai drone's going to get caught up.
Smoke's
That gas
missing.
babe still doesn't go in the right spot. The plant finally goes down. God Legion gets aggressive. He's going to down Dirtbait, but he's going to get traded back as Joey also finds Varson amongst all that. And we are now left in a 2v4.
Oh, Redland almost finding those shots through the hatch, but yeah, they are going to have to 180 fight this here. Oddity, there we go. Shabs is going to peek on the Derpay and find him. Nice aggressive peek. We see the hatch get blown open as Joey is going to win that shot onto Redland. So just Shabs with the 3 HP and Silex to finish it off. August, that's what, their 6th in a row now?
Yes. 6th in a row. And the
Heck.
worst they can do on this map now is a draw.
Yeah, the worst they can do is a draw, but, you know, I'm not too hopeful for Oddity right now. They have looked like a completely different team to what we've seen through the rest of the season so far.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened, but at this point they need to sub in the real Oddity. And we need to start seeing some of the normal brilliance back again, because Oddity can't afford to drop 2 games tonight.
Yes, they really cannot. If they drop 2, they will confirm to be out of the top 2 for that point. But they can still fight
Unless
back.
something goes horribly wrong for August towards the end of the season.
Oh yeah, they can still fight back. That's,
They won't be the master of their own destiny yet.
just looking at these kills, of course, we did have 2 rounds played already, but it seemed like a really low kill game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. There's been a lot of times. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of time runouts. There's been a lot of plants and diffusers. So very interesting to see. Very interested to see this. But of course, we haven't had a lot of rounds because it's 1-6 at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
This isn't a close game, so kills are going to be low.
Well, we are going to see potentially the final round here. Back down in the basement this time for Oddity. And I was talking about how when you go for the plant here on this bomb site, you need to time your utility properly, but we just saw a complete collapse in cohesion there from Oddity, didn't we? It was, everyone just going all in and just completely mistimed utility.
Yeah, we saw Smoke Babes miss. Like, that shouldn't happen at this level of play. You need to be more consistent than that. We saw Echoes being used at the same time as C4s, at the same time as gas grenades. Like,
not to
3
mention
players using their utility at the same time.
Yeah.
Just not going to work.
And also, like, how quickly together he used those 2 Echo drones, who was it, Redland? Like,
yeah.
It is a 7-second plant. You can let them stick it for a bit before you have to deny it again, just to get that little bit of extra time. Like, we've seen rounds won by splits of a second. Like, it can add up and it can be the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. You just need to count to 6, fire the drone, count to 6. When he starts planting, count to 6, and then
That's
fire
probably
the drone.
a bit too close for my taste. Like, especially because you can sometimes miss, especially if it gets caught on some like debris or something. But yeah, definitely maybe 5.
But I think it's just, it still leaves you with a 1-second buffer if something goes wrong. But I do understand your hesitation for that. But that's where, especially with the reload time, that 1 second can make all the difference. It can potentially get you a 3rd shot. As Ethan's going to find the head of Todd there.
Really having trouble roaming today, Todd, on the Valkyrie, hasn't he? He's been shut down both times without really wasting too much time or getting any damage done to his attackers.
Yeah, no, they've really managed to hunt him very efficiently here and very well. Silex has taken a bit of damage as well. We saw one of those gas babes come out. It's
Better placement.
Much better placement for him. And there's the second one. He's taking more damage, but they're running out of time here. And they're running out of utility.
Here we go. He's going to go for his next attempt with the last gas babe. Oh, it's missed. No, it hasn't. It's going to land properly. So Emo Rin might be trying to play that position to shut down any utility, but he hasn't landed any shots just yet. Here goes Solix. This time, surely the C4 is going to come on out. God Legion. No, it's going to be the Echo this time. Syke's going to jump straight back on it. And oh, Joey, he's going to find Shabs being way too aggressive. Ethan's going to find Vast. There's a 2-on-5, 1-on-5. Redolent all up to him. No Echo drones left. He's going to find Emo Rin. He's walked right into a grenade, but he's still managed to live through it. But he's going to have to clutch this one out. And we're going to be seeing August walking right away with a dub here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work ahead of him right now. He's still got one in Garage to deal with. He's not going to deal with him. I wonder how that's going to play out, and that's how it's going to play out, straight in the back. August take the W on Bank, net themselves 3 points.
Yeah, we saw it go 1-for-1 with the rehost, and then we're like, oh, this is going to be exciting. It's going to go back and forth. But no, August, they just put on the boost, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, they did. August, after they lost the first round to Oddity, didn't drop a round.
Yeah.
Right, so if you take away the first round, technically a flawless game.
Technically, as we look at those kills, wow, Oddity, the highest was 3, indeed, after, like, including after that rehost, I suppose, but still the highest was 3.
Yeah, not a very good showing for Oddity. They're going to be pointed with that for sure. Just, they're a better team than that, and they know that.
Yeah, but that was, I believe, August's pick. I think that's one of their strong maps. It's where they wanted to end up. But we're heading over to Border now, but Border is also one of August's best maps.
Yeah, we've seen them take out Fnatic on this map twice, 3 times in, best of series. So they're going to be very comfortable. Like, it's not going to be a walk in the park for Oddity here.
Oh yeah. But 1 minute, I've been told, until we head into the next map here. And Flea, like, I was talking to you before, I'm like, yeah, on my Friday broadcast, every single map went to 12 rounds, but that one, so quick.
I personally haven't casted a game that quick this season.
Yeah, it's definitely been great to see how close these teams are together, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. Even the games that, the teams that are on opposite ends of the ladder, we've seen some really close matches between them and some really close rounds as well between those two teams. So to have such a dominant performance from August here has been interesting.
Well, with a ladder season such as this, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about putting up the results consistently, of course. So, you can afford to drop a map here and there, I feel. Let's just hope Oddity have taken this time to reset. And, they're going to give us a bit of a better showing here on Border.
Yeah, they definitely need to achieve something different, though. Like, they need to do something. They can't allow themselves to be tilted from that first map, because that is a thrashing for them. So they can't allow themselves to be tilted. They can't get that mindset of, oh, man, we're just having such an off day. Because you can't afford an off day at this point, especially not against your rival for second place.
Yeah, this is the team that you really don't want to be dropping anything on, is it? As we are going to head straight into Border, ladies and gentlemen. How's that for a turnaround? Oddity versus August. August once again starting on defense.
Yeah, definitely seem to be favoring this defense. As we'll have to see what they are planning to ban. August, I've noticed they really like taking their time with some of these bans. They're not going to rush anything out. And the first ban is going to be Thatcher.
It's a ban that they've favoured quite a lot, and I think, going into looking forward, it's going to be a ban we're seeing a lot more.
I think Thatcher's going to be a very prominent ban coming up. Buck being taken off the table, though, by Oddity.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Jackal's still up. Love to see how that comes into play.
And Pulse.
Lots of vertical pressure being taken away by Oddity, though.
Pulse isn't really an operator that I feel like August utilised too much on Border anyway. Like, it really feels like the vertical play has gone kind of a bit out of fashion, for the defenders at least.
Yeah, and Valkyrie coming off the board from August. I feel like that very interesting ban phase by both teams.
Yeah, more information taken off the board there by August. So no Pulse, no Valkyrie, so that pretty much mitigates all C4s through the floor. Maybe, I suppose we still got Maestro and Echo up to potentially do that and punish with.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out. Both Echo and Maestro back up though, and we're going to see Echo, not the Maestro though.
Yeah, Echo is something that August, you know, we saw them play
Really
against the
love.
Asian teams. Yeah, they love the Echo and they wouldn't ban it out. And the Asian teams would just demolish them with the Echo, using it as a defensive drone and just playing so aggressive. And August just couldn't attack with it. But then you'd see the Asian teams like Korea versus Japan, like they'd ban Echo all the time. Southeast Asia ban Echo all the time. Like it was kind of interesting, I suppose, the fact that they'd let it through against. The Australian team, but not against any of the other Asian teams.
Well, I think. Do you remember when Shin came over and played for? I think it was Corvinate still at the time, or they? Yeah. And they had the moment that's into my mind.
That clip, I know the clip you're talking about.
He got a 4K with an Echo drone in support.
Yeah.
I think it was Fletch on the Echo drone,
Yeah,
and
Fletch.
it was an incredible play, right? It was an incredible play, and it showed the power that Echo can bring to a team, right? Like, and we haven't really seen anyone in ANZ really adapt anything similar from Echoes.
Alright, what's this then? So we're going to be seeing potentially an Evil Eye outside, I don't know. Has he changed his mind here? Got half a soft wall.
Yeah, it's an interesting mirror. And I think it was Ethan playing on that aggressive armory. But a very interesting setup here from August. We'll have to see. That was close by Emo.
You just feel your potential death just flash behind you real quick. Oh, can't get the second one though. They're just teasing him now, aren't they?
Yeah. Just going to be running back and forth, back and forth. I could just picture, the Simpsons clip where they visit Australia. America, Australia. America, Australia. But eventually, Emo will land a shot to the face, and they're going to regret their decision. But Oddity having a bit more sense than that.
This is one of the reasons why we see August ban Thatcher, right? To try and allow their hold in offices to be so much stronger. It's something we saw time and time again over the season. Sorry to cut you off, I just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, no, that's all good. That's all good. I was going to say that it looks like they're going to be definitely setting up for a push here. And all of a sudden, the Thatcher ban, it does make a lot of sense. Particularly on a team, well, actually, no matter which way you're going to push, unless you're going to be doing a plant behind the Monty at the bookcase, then, Thatcher's a useful ban no matter where you're looking in this site.
God Legion looks like he's going to be the one to try and hold down any rotates. But it's going to be a push from the officers instead of a stock standard push from security.
And I do like this take. I almost feel like this has become a standard.
Yeah.
The standard.
It is the one that we,
Also,
oh, Todd. He's going to find the shots there onto Ethan.
Yeah, bit of potato from Ethan there though. I feel like he had the upper hand in that gunfight, but Todd going to come out on top. Gonna find his ex-teammate and make it a 4v5.
See, what denial do August have here? Well, they've got Solix with his gun there. He's going to deny Redolent his life. But they still have like the mute they've got with the C4. They've got the smoke still up. They've got Derpay with the C4 in the mirror. And there's quite a few shots landing onto Vast. In fact, he's going to be downed. God's going to try and go for the revive as the smoke canisters coming out. But God Legion, he's going ham into the bomb site. He's found the knife onto Joey. So that's the smoke shut down. Can't land the other shots though. Sykes is going to find Vast. Has to switch the pistol. Derpay will find one, but God Legion's going to pick up the pistol. But Derpay with the Vector, leaving it all up to Shabs. He goes for the shots, lands it on the mirror, but he has to plant. He's going to do it in clear view. But Emo Red, he's so far away. Does he have enough time to get there? This plant will be confirmed here by Shabs. And Emo Red goes for the spray through the wall, but can't land it. Shabs will finish off Derpay there. So it's gone into a 1v1. How did this happen?
What is this, Monkey? This round has it all so far. 1v1, this clock is counting down. Emo's going to go for another flank up and around. The pings are coming down from those evil eyes though, so they're going to know exactly where he's sitting. But he's caught outside. Emo with the flank. He hits Shabs. Now he just has to find the diffuser. That is an easy defuse for Emo.
Oh!
August, nail biting round one.
That's
Disabled by defenders.
what a nuts round, doesn't it? It really felt like Oddity with no chance in winning it, and Shabs and who was it, God Legion, just run into the bomb side, make it theirs. Then Emo Rin, he's got the brain, he's got the plays, and you know, he shuts down Shabs in the 1v1. He had no chance of winning that final gunfight, and August do take that round.
Yeah, that was spectacular. I don't know what Emo was doing so far away from the bomb site, though, so close to timer. I felt like he definitely should have headed back to site sooner.
No harm, no foul.
But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because, yeah, as you said, they still won the round, so the outcome's still favourable. But
Well-
going to go down to Vent now, bringing in the standing castle.
See that Twitch come out as well now that Mirror once again not banned.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
I'm going
attackers.
to try and counter that one as Ethan has gone for the Mirror.
It's very, like, Ethan is one of the best shots in the ANZ region. To have him on, like, Mirror is interesting. You thought he'd be on a more roam-heavy operator.
Well, let's take a look at all these operators though. Like, Emo Rin's the only one that's really on a fragging operator per se. Like, I suppose Joey kind of was the mute. He's got a decent gun on the SMG-11 and everything, right? Like, Derpe's picked for his utility. Of course, the art is still great. Solix picked for his utility on the castle there. Of course, UMP headshot machine.
5 seconds
But-
to insertion.
But a very slow rate of fire, so you really need to land that first bullet.
It's a utility-heavy lineup, isn't it? Like,
It
even the
really is.
Jaeger has beautiful utility in the ADSs.
Yep. So we'll have to see how it's going to go. I think both mirrors are being placed upstairs.
Oh!
Oh! So Todd
painful.
get one, and then he's flicked back into the darkness. I think he did eventually lose his drone, but that's worth it.
Yeah. Especially
Drone
as
for
the
a
Mirror
Black
was
Mirror.
just placed.
Yep. Drone for Black Mirror is definitely worth it.
Oh, Vast!
Oh,
Very
through the
swiftly
wall.
into the east stairs, and we almost see it. Where was that from? Emo
That was
Rin.
a wall bang, yeah. Through the mirror, that was some really, really good shots. Derpe now trying to make great use of this APAC.
Emo Rin trying to do him dirty, wasn't he? But he's only going to take Vast down to half HP.
Yeah, and Emo's life is going to be essentially forfeit here. Like, he's been left to his own devices. He has a couple of people in support to him, but that was really close. He takes the tag, but nothing more. But unless they don't manage to get to him, Emo will die.
Attackers have located a bomb.
He's in a very compromised position right now.
So it looks like Oddity really don't want to take too much more of this top floor.
Are they just going to ignore it?
Well, Emo, they only really have to take archives, but still, it seems like they're neglecting to do even that. Oops. Oops.
Yeah, there's a mute there, unfortunately, Vast.
He's just going to walk in, he's fine.
Yep. Not going to scan out, that's interesting.
Well, here's the second Twitch drone coming on in. Of course, this mirror's already been blown, but I think he's after the mute jammer that's on the floor. Did Emo Rin find it?
He could also be after that second mirror. God Legion and Todd still look like they want a piece of Emo. Emo's going to get one kill. He's back behind. Unfortunately, going to fall to God Legion. He lands about half damage. Fast is going to pick up Silex in amongst all that. Derpe's still up top, though, doing his work. Joey, though, is going to find an unprepared Shabs. Redolent getting ready to plant the corner. There it goes. C4 comes out. He's going to miss the plant. Pink comes out for him. God Legion finds Ethan, but Joey chases him out. Shotgun comes out. The shots through the smoke. Not going to land anything. The pinks come out. Derpe going to hit the shots, though. God Legion's dropping down. He finds nothing. He's the only man left. He loses it out to Derpe.
Well, once again, August pick up a round. Is that 8 in a row for them now, Flea?
It certainly is.
Derpe in that position can just pre-fire all day long. Just non-stop left mouse button.
That's 9 in a row.
You are correct. Apologies.
That is 9 in a row.
I was thinking last season, you know, 6 for a W.
Yeah. So I've done that a couple of times. That's right.
I looked down at my notes and I'm like, yeah, they got 7 on border. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. Oh, sorry, 7 on bank.
Thank you.
Jesus.
I mean, they're going for 7 on border.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a good chance of getting it by the looks of this.
Yeah, do you think maybe that Oddity is still not quite up to scratch having Redolent back in the roster? Like, I don't know, we saw Vinny play the first, 6 games, maybe first 4 actually, before Redolent came back from America.
To me, it doesn't seem that... But the individual plays are fine. Redolent's performing very well, right? Or he's at least performing decently, but to me, it seems like the communication is really off point.
Yes, I'd have to agree with you there. It's like a whole team just lacking cohesion. Like,
Yes.
what's the word? Chemistry. It's not quite
Yes.
there.
That would play... They'd be doing very well in a ranked game right now, or even, the road to SI games.
10 seconds left.
But for
Shout
this
out to
level
them, by
of
the way.
play, yeah, if you have not played that game mode yet, do yourself a favor when Saturday rolls around. Just spend all day just playing it. Road to SI is amazing. But yeah, it just seems like they're really lacking the cohesion that Pro League teams need at this level.
Attackers have located
Yeah,
the bomb.
it's as I said, like it really feels like they're trying to play too mechanical rather than frag heavy, which, we saw them used to be so successful.
Yeah, it's their bread and butter right now, isn't it? And I think they need to go back to that. It's always good to play a tactical game and, have those strategies and be able to fall back on it, but... Oh, that ping coming out. But they need to play the more aggressive frags. Vast, if he stuck with it, he might have come up with a kill. Might have also died, but,
Yeah,
no risk, no reward.
see, this is what they need to do that's a bit different, right? Is they're not trying to take top floor straight away. They've also got those players downstairs that are actively putting pressure on. Right now, they're holding angles, and these defenders are getting antsy.
Yeah, well, shots are coming through, pings are coming through, everything's starting to happen. The thermite walls are being open. I don't think they must have they opened detention. I'm not 100% certain.
Yeah, they did at the start, like pretty much within
Yeah.
20 seconds.
So they've got the 2 flanks coming across here. Joey's not careful. He's going to be in a world of pain.
Oh, Redolent. He wants to take a very similar fight, but Vast is going to start it off onto Joey. As you said, he was very exposed there, and he's going to lose his life for it with no damage being done back.
Yeah, they really needed to have those other 2 on his side, so he could hold that back sight. Derpe taking a lot of damage. Silex has been almost killed as well in amongst all this, which is really not how you want your Echo to be.
Oh, but that's the play from Derpe. He pushes up and he finds Vast. Oh, he's
What?
also going to find
What?
Goblin. Where's the communication? Putting us into a 3-on-4. Beautiful stuff. Todd is going to trade back Silex, however, but Derpe, he can't continue his reign of terror as he will go down. So Ethan and Emo Rin have to fight back here from behind in a deficit. Oh, he sees the plant!
What?
Denied there by Ethan, but Shabs with the immediate trade back, leaving it all up to Emo Rin. He's above. He can rain terror down on them if he so wishes. Oh, can he see that plant?
Oh.
No.
Very
hear it.
intelligent plant spot here. He can hear it, but he doesn't know where it is. Not for certain. He's going to have to drop. No, instead he's going to run down the stairwell. In my opinion, this makes him even more exposed.
Well, he's still alive for now. And, it looks like he might be able to take 2 1v1s as well if they're not aware of his position.
Yeah,
here.
if he does this smart enough, this will be 2 1v1s. But it's all going to require him... Oh, he sees the foot! He's going to walk straight past him! He gets shot in the back. He's going to go for the defuse. Todd...
No way.
He's running out of time. Emo needs to get aggressive. Todd's going to gunfight. Oddity finally put an end to their dry spell and come up with a round win.
Only 9 rounds in a row. Did you see how lit Emo Rin was there? I don't even think it was 1 HP, maybe 0.1 HP on him there.
Half a health point, yeah.
Half a hit point. Yes,
Yeah.
finally, Oddity, after 9 in a row, stem the bleeding. But is it going to be enough?
Yeah, they definitely need more coming out for that, but picking up the round winners confidence they need moving forward. However, the armory site has become unlocked again for Orglets.
That was another one of those rounds where it was just pandemonium, wasn't it?
Yeah. But, you know, those chaotic rounds really play in Oddity's favor.
Yeah, that is where they shine, don't they? Like, oh, but that being said, it was Derpe the one that was causing the havoc.
Yeah, we could really see the communication. Hey, like, Derpe killed one, immediately turns around and sees another one on his flank. Like, and then there's the, you know, the frag and, oh, sorry, the plants are not being covered out of the small office there. So, a lot of communication issues for Oddity. You could just see it manifesting itself.
Yeah, you could. Really not good enough, was it? But in the end, they won the round, so I suppose in that case, good enough. in theory,
Yeah.
not good enough, but in practice, it was, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. As we said before, all that really matters is getting that round win. Certainly got it. As messy as what it was, they managed to get it.
Well then, into the fourth round. This is something we saw set up earlier, but we didn't see the Evil Eye there. We saw a mirror there. But instead, Derpe is going to pick up the Ella instead of the mirror.
Yeah, I don't think the mirror did an awful lot for them at this point. Especially with Todd running such an effective Twitch. I think dropping that mirror is a good idea.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. Interesting to see that Auglis are making so many adaptations. Normally we don't see them adapting much at all. Or like changing their strategy up.
Yeah, not so quickly anyway, right? Auglis are the... He might
Just
finally
tap it.
get something here one day, hey. Just one day he'll finally get something.
He does do some damage under God Legion. Oh, that's a bit of a miss on the breach charge though, isn't it?
It certainly is. They managed to hit the shield instead, but Emo's still pretty confident.
Go
Yeah,
nade
might
over the
charge.
wall is going to allow them to open up into offices. The new gem is preventing it, but not much longer at all.
Yeah, no, so Joey is probably going to be the first point of contact here. Nothing really coming from anything just yet. Derpe.
Interesting to see him playing in there, especially with the gun that Ella has with so much recoil. Like, it's hard to take those long range fights. Of course, it's not as bad as what it was when she was originally nerfed, but still.
Yeah, Todd really enabling his thermite here, and readily he's going to get that wall open.
Remember, there was still Ethan below, so he could take some shots through the floor, and Joey, he's got one impact on hand. He could demolish this thermite charge. Here we go. Oh, no, it doesn't quite land, as God Legion is going to find Emo Rin elsewhere on the map. So that was the last thermite, but...
It took them a long time, though, to get to this point.
Yeah,
Right, like it
45
has
seconds.
taken them a long time with very little gained out of it. Now a 4v5 and 40 seconds left.
Thing is, there's not really much denial there, as Vast is going to find some of the shots there onto Silix. What do they got to rely to deny? Just the Maestro, really?
And gas babes.
True.
If Joey's in a good enough spot, here comes the smoke. There's a gas babe. It's going to miss. Vast, his smoke landed down the hatch. He's going to get shot by Ethan. Ethan on the long angle. Shab's now going to try and plant in the safer spot, but oh, the gas grenade's going to force him forward. But he's going to plant right in front of it. Silix finds readily. God Legion picks up Silix. So in reply,
For sure.
God Legion's made his way forward. That's a double kill for him. As Todd picks up one, but Ethan, he's going to do what he can. As that's now a double kill. He's still got one more to find. Both participants on low health, though.
Yeah, 1v1 here, but time is against Ethan here. He has to make the play here, and God Legion can just sit back and wait for him. Knows exactly where it's coming from. Tries to go for the wall bait, but he gets it! He's downed it, but he doesn't know! Oh my gosh, Ethan, beautiful stuff there. He's going to try and go for a bit of a sneaky defuse through the wall, but he just needs to stick it. If he loses this now, he's off his chops. No, he's just going to go for the defuse. Here, there we go. Great round there by Auglis. Ethan, oh, I don't think he even knows he got the down there.
I think at some point he must, right? Like, he can't hear him coming. He can't hear anything happening. At some point, he has to know that he managed to land it down, right? Like,
Bit toxic there at the end.
it's an educated it's an educated guess. Like, but I agree, that was crazy for Ethan. Auglis pick up another clutch round.
Yeah, what was that? Like a 1-on-2, 1-on-3 actually? 1-on-3.
Yeah, 1-on-3. As we're going to go back to vent again.
Well then.
We're going to see the Maestro changed out for Echo again. This Echo hasn't done a lot yet. Derpe's been forced out of his Yokais every single round, so...
Yeah, it really seems like Derpe and Solix are shuffling that role between them, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. Silex really liking his castle recently.
Yeah, and I suppose like some of the issues we saw from Auglis earlier on, they're really not present right now. Like they're winning these clutch moments, they're winning the gunfights, and I really feel like that's why they, weren't able to win so much earlier on in the season.
Yeah, maybe, but this Auglis roster now looking very formidable. Showing signs of the team that, managed to defeat Fnatic in 2 best-of-3s. Back to back.
Well then, into round number 5. Lots of presence upstairs once again, and we do have the mirror making its reappearance, but then of course Todd still with the Twitch drone out and about somewhere. Going to have as much success as what it did last time. Emo Rin's watching. We can see it on the silhouette, and yes, Emo Rin will find it. So that's one Twitch drone off the board.
Yeah, Todd, he's being sneaky, but unfortunately he wasn't sneaky enough that time. It looks like it's going to be the same push here for Oddity again. Yeah,
they're like saying, alright, you can have officers, but good luck getting further than that thanks to our Emo Rin that's set up here.
Everyone does know that an Emo Rin is the most effective defense there is for a team.
Flashbangs are always a good counter to him, but he's got a mirror to his advantage here. Gonna see the nade get popped on over and off! See you later, Emo Rin. That's another way to counter him as well. He is off the board and a spectator for the rest of the round here. They're going to gain that first point of entry.
Ethan's getting droned out. He's getting shot. Puts a couple of rounds through. Doesn't find anything. Derpe trying to hold the long angle. No one really there for him to deal with. Ethan, couple more pot shots coming through. Really not finding anything though.
Yeah, well, they do have the advantage now early on here, Oddity, and they can go for the push. They don't need to clear out Derpe's position or whoever else was upstairs with them. They've got the top control here so that Solix can't get in a position like this when they go for the plant. Where's the pressure from above? Completely absent.
Yeah, well, they haven't managed to take it yet. Todd looks like he might be trying to push his way in. Gold Legion finds the head of Silix though, and it looks like the site might be coming over. Derpe, just how close does that man need to be? Couple of shots coming through. Todd gets tagged out. He's gonna have to force his way out onto the aircon. Redolin still hasn't got this wall open.
He's gonna thermite a soft wall as well, and looks like Ethan might be pushing up, but God Legion's gonna find him. Redolin running straight into the bomb site. It's just Derpe and Joey in a 2-on-5 here. Gonna deny the plant for one, and now it is just Derpe with 15 seconds to go. He's gonna have to clutch up hard if he wants to win this one. Goes for the spray, but got Legion to finish it off there. And Oddity with a flawless round.
Yeah, Oddity with a slow round, but a perfect round. They managed to not lose a single man. And Oddity, there's still 2-4 down as we come, 2-3 down as we come into the last round of the half. Gonna go back to Ventilation Workshop.
Yeah. You know, I was just thinking about it, like how Ethan got that wall bang. They had that Maestro camera over there, so they might not have been able to see him, but they would have definitely heard him. And that's why he went for those wall bangs over there.
Yeah,
so.
and they might have been able to tell he was down as well.
By the sounds, yes.
Yeah, if they heard him shuffling around, they're like, yep, he's down, he's prone. So he must be down, just go for the defuse. But still, ooh, customs. Ooh.
Even though vent's still open, they decided to change it up. Of course, that last round was flawless for
Wow, Goddy.
Goddity right now, isn't it? We've heard of Toddity, but now it's Goddity.
It's Goddity. We've got this. But we'll see whether or not the rest of that wall will be reinforced for Joey. It was his undoing having chipped off. You know, he got wall banged straight through that wall. They knew where he was and just cleaned him up.
Yeah, or he just got wide pegged like from the door. Like he wasn't really concerned about the door and no one was really covering him. Not, like, just swing on him and he's looking the complete other way. The mirror's not even in support of the door into customs there.
Yeah, they're going to see Ethan going down to the bottom floor from these stairs.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse
Derpe with the barbed wire outside. And other than that, just the final touches of the setup happening. Has managed to get his Yokai across safely.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stunt, wasn't it? Watch me, guys. I'm going to jump the gap between things outside, between rooms.
Emo is back in his favourite spot.
There's that thermite on the wall, nice and early.
And they even got the... Oh, no mirror was put on, I think.
Yeah,
If it
still
was,
in
it was
Joey's back
taken.
pocket.
Yeah. So he's now left in just the security desk. And Ethan from above. They've got some really nice angles here. And it looks like Oddity are going to go through a rear push here. God Legion held this angle for a very long... He ended up dying to his flank.
Yeah, but... Oh. Yeah, that's where we saw Derpe push up and be super aggressive, wasn't it? But there's no Jaeger on the board this time. But, oh, God Legion, that's a free kill. Solix looking the complete wrong way, and God Legion just going to spray him on down. Looks like they're getting ready for the push here as well. Vast has put out his smoke, which is surely going to take cover. And there we go. Todd's going to find Joey simultaneously. Now, the 3 members remaining, I believe, are upstairs.
Yeah, they're all upstairs and they're ready to go. The plant could come down. There's the smoke grenade. Redolent's going to plant straight in the door. Ethan from above. Emo going to mess up the C4, sorry. Nothing coming of it just yet. The pings are still coming down. Emo's going to see the ping, turn around, and flick onto God Legion.
Great shot, but that's a good.
Oh!
Gonna get away.
Jeez, that would have been epic.
Derpe's going to find Todd as well. What is going on with this attack?
I don't know, they just can't seem to get it together. All they need to do is be able to plant, but just the cover is just too much at the moment. 45 seconds though still to go, so they're still in control of the diffuser, they're still in control of the kit, and it looks like they're going to go for another plant, as Redolent needs to pull out that Goon Mine.
Yeah, go for a bit of a default casual plant, but surely Derpe is watching this from above. There's no way that he lets them get inside. Right, Redolent's going to go for a late rotate. That wall has been opened, so he can push in there if he needs to.
He could just walk in and plant where they're not watching, hey? Like, Ethan from above, gonna find one. He's got the holes, and he's looking for a safe spot to plant. And he's gonna take it, but Derb's ready for it. Ethan takes out Vast. Emo, sorry, takes out Vast.
I don't want to be a bit negative, but I feel like that was a bit of a throw there from Oddity.
A bit?
Of course, right, that, you know, Oddity were in control of the top, and that's what denied them the plant, but... so yeah, August were in control of the top, so that's what denied Oddity from planting, but... Still, like, it seems like, you know, they're not doing the first part of the strat and just doing the second part there and getting a bit ahead of themselves and then suddenly getting bit in the butt, or in this case from above.
Yeah, that was not very good push from Oddity, right? Like they cleared out sight and then just were like, hey guys, we've got sight, let's go in and plant. Oh wait, like we forgot about the guys from above and this is a destructible floor.
And even then, like, they could have used those smokes a bit more effectively.
Yes, they really could have. They definitely could have. But now on the defense, so it could be a very different section for Oddity. Very different half, should I say.
Well, Oddity have already doubled the amount of rounds they got on bank, so...
More
bit better.
It's about small wins at this point.
Yeah. Hopefully a map win, because small wins don't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Well, as long as your small wins add up, right? Like,
To a big win, yes.
yeah.
Of course, they can only take it one round at a time, so...
Seconds left before
Do you think we're going to see the epic comeback starting now, Infley?
I would love to see the epic comeback starting now, Monkey, but I think August have just looked
attackers
cut above
recover
Oddity.
diffuser. Attackers locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, look at this late reinforcements going down as well. Like, how ready are Oddity for this map? They're not... I don't know, that setup seemed a bit slow.
Well, it almost looks like Oddity just hasn't been ready for tonight.
Yes, like, of course they are still trying to deal with getting Redolent back into the lineup, as we've touched on, but...
Oh, maybe they should have just played with Vinny a bit more. Just
Yeah.
scrimmed with Redolent, like...
I don't know, you got to make the change at some point, and just putting it off is like a bit pointless, I suppose, unless you're going to make the change permanent.
Well,
like
after tonight, like, Oddity doesn't have a game to... I don't think they do.
till March, I believe.
Yeah, so they've got 4 weeks. Like, why not just play the one more week with Vinny if Redolent just come back? As Durpe is only barely going to get his way across.
Oof. Yeah, that was close. Oh, we've got the Maverick. Is Shabs ready? Oh, he's not ready. The Maverick's not ready, that's for sure.
Yeah, Shab's almost caught with his pants down there, but unfortunately, fortunately for him, he's going to manage to get them back up in time, put his belt on, and get out of dodge. And BattleBots comes up, and it is Ethan who comes out ahead.
You hate but love to see it, don't you?
Yeah, I love myself a good BattleBot story, and
It's a bit unfair, isn't it? It's kind of more like a Friday the 13th kind of game where, you know, the Echo drone's the victim and the Twitch drone's the Jason hunting down the
Ethan
robot.
can get as many drones as he wants. If he runs out of hell, not going to be very indicative of a successful storyline here.
Look at this,
Alex
Sykes.
made his way in.
They're not
Playing
ready.
behind the smoke. They don't know what's happening. Shabs is too busy worrying about something else. Here comes the burns. Ethan's actually going to get one through the smoke. The C4 comes out. Silex is just going to tank some gas. And the plant's down and they're out. Joey finds Shabs. And this has gone very, very well for August.
Yeah, but they do have the health advantage. There's so many lit members there on August. But, you know, they got to retake, and that's, you know, probably just as hard as what their health disadvantage.
Ethan can hear the
them.
defuse.
But-
He's going to have to go in and get aggressive. He's going to gunfight back. Oddity picks up one for himself. Leads it into a 2 versus 2. The potato from Derp and Todd's going to take it out. But they're running out of time here. Silex just has to stop the plant. Todd's going to take him out. Voss is going to get the defuse. Will they have the time? Yes, they do. Oddity come out with the round win.
Alright, Oddity. That was nice. Good retake. Bit chaotic. But, yeah, what were August doing? Like, of course, they got the good plant, but they really weren't in position to cover that at all, were they?
No, they weren't. They weren't ready for that.
So many missed
And
shots.
So many potatoes there. I don't know how Derbe lost his gunfight, but, you know, here we are. And only 1 round difference now, despite how dominant August has been this... Like, it feels like this should be a bigger scoreline difference, right? Like, August have had more dominant rounds.
Well, Oddity have really been coming up clutch in a few situations, although the same said for August. I think this is what we expected on Bank. It's a slogfest. It's, you know, players coming up with big plays. And, well, yeah, it's been a show so far for sure.
Locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, it certainly has. It's this map has been everything we wanted out of these two teams.
Now keep in mind these two teams are even on points right now after that previous map win for August. I believe they're on 14 apiece.
Yes, 14 apiece, you are correct.
So a draw is going to keep them even, but August will take the lead thanks to the head-to-head winning and drawing. But
Yep.
if August win, they are still going to take the lead, but they're going to have the own gap that Oddity are going to have to catch up on. But Oddity could win it and still keep that second place. But Oddity really do have to come back a bit here, it feels like.
5 seconds to insertion.
Feels like,
Yeah,
but the scores are pretty even.
Oddity need to take...
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
It feels like Oddity have been on the back foot. Right?
Yes.
Despite the fact they've got some wins, they've never been the proactive team. They've never been the one on the front foot. They've never had the advantage. So, they've been winning their rounds from behind. They've been making the comebacks. They really need to start getting on the front foot. They really need to be a bit more proactive about it.
Well, here we go into the round. Derpe looks like he's going to be opening up this officer's wall nice and early on.
Yeah, not much coming from it just yet. Todd is going to see the drone. He's oh,
Ethan!
through the wall! Ethan, what was that? Managed to take the head off Todd.
Oh. I thought for sure he'd missed it and Todd had gotten away scot-free, but no, Ethan, he's found the head through the wall. Beautiful shots from him. This is a second wall bang. Moss Files, please.
Yeah, Ethan doing some work. Redolland's going to headshot Emo, though.
Emo's turned a bit quiet, hasn't he?
He really has. I remember the days where he used to get the mad 1v4 180 flicks on his 1000 DPI sensitivity.
Yeah, he looked good earlier in this series, but he's gone a bit cold. He hasn't really been showing up in these later rounds.
Yeah, no, I do agree. Definitely been getting shut down by Oddity. But, that being said, 4v4 though. So, as long as his team picks up the win, I don't think he'll really mind.
Bomb located by attackers.
Well, minute 15 on the clock, and it really feels like August haven't done too much just yet. Of course, they could just go for a very swift plant thanks to the nature of this bomb site, but it really looks like they want to be prepared for the push from the toilet. But we still have, I think it's Redolent over in toilet that they need to completely clear out.
Yeah, they've got a couple of people on the roam still.
Yeah, there he
He's been
goes.
forced out now. But he is a smoke, so he can more than happily just sit in there. The Habana pallet's coming out. X-Kairos is going to go off. It's going to give them a nice crouch hole to walk through.
And they have cleared out archives. There's going to not be too much vertical pressure for them to have to deal with when they go for the plant. And Ethan is getting ready for the side stab. Not really a back stab, but kind of.
Yeah. See Derpe just checking out whether or not his C key worked.
Just ensuring it is. It could be very important in this push as we're about to hit critical mass. Here we go. Solix is going to go and sit in the corner. Derpe is going to find Shabs. No, Sykes gone right into the smoke. Redolent's pushing up as God Legion's found one, but Derpe is going to shut him down. And Joey to find Redolent at the end. August, what an execute to finish things off there.
Yeah, that was a quick end of the round. They just sort of called the go-ahead and everyone...
It's always good to see like a well-oiled machine kind of execute. Like it's a
Really
bit of a
is.
shutdown, wasn't it?
It really was. It was really good work. So, Oddity now, they're going to move it over to customs. Do you think that's the right call?
Well, let me just tell you, they did not look good on that bomb site, so yes.
Really interesting that August is favouring the Habana over the Thermite.
That's something we see a lot on this map. Like, they do have the Maverick. But, yeah, it really feels like they've decided they don't need the Thermite, and so they can just take the, what is it, the Mark 20? That Habana has? It's cool. Type 89. What am I thinking?
Yeah, Type 89.
Type 89 is a better gun than the 5.56, or at least some people think. I don't know, what do you think? What do you prefer?
I prefer the 5.56.
Yeah, but that's because you're a Thermite, mate.
I think the 5.56 has so much stopping power. It has about the same recoil. The only thing it has not going for it is the slower rate of fire, but it has a much bigger mag to compensate for it.
Yeah, and rate of fire is one of the most important things in this game, I feel, in terms of killing ability, right? Killability.
Yeah. I do agree with that.
Well, that's why we see guns like the SMG-11 be so prevalent. Like, with the quick time to kill, those guns can spit out a heck of a lot of lead really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
It's a lot of remodeling that Redolent's doing.
Yeah, he's going to transition from a Siege Pro to, one of those reconstruction shows.
Yeah.
Redolent's going to be on the block next season.
What do you mean a shotgun's not a piece of hardware? Wait, is hardware, is that the word? I don't know. A shotgun's not a piece of equipment we
Shabs
use on
has
the
managed
construction
deny a potential vault hole here. Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
so
that's
they're not going to
dirty
be able to
angle.
vault into that. That's really good work from Shabs. And
right.
now with only one X-Kairos pallet, it's going to be up to Maverick to open the rest up.
Yeah, Derpe's like, I got it with my paintbrush.
Yeah. If you're not going to do your job properly, I guess I can do it for you. And, yeah, Derp just going to help out his teammate there.
Well, 2 minutes on the clock. August was slightly stalled out there. Of course, I would agree with you. This bomb site, maybe the thermite is required for opening up that angle into holding cell.
Yeah, just to open up the two flanks, right? So from passport and detention. And you can definitely do a lot of work there. Shab's still upstairs. He only just now gets spotted. That's a dirty angle, though.
Yeah. Yeah, really no pressure being put up above at all from August right now.
Derp just playing with fire a little bit here.
Ooh. Ethan to find his the first kill of the round. Sorry, onto Shabs. That's that. Oh, he got the player that was causing them so much grief from
Was that
above.
through the window? That would have been an angle and a half.
Yeah, I believe it was. But that's given them free reign to just enter into the bomb site. They really need to see someone take the ground that was lost by Shabs there. Grenade's just getting tossed on in. Ethan, he's going to find Redland with it. Oh, he sees through the hatch as well. He sees the player pushing up, but the plant is going down right now. Vast is right on top of him, and Silex is going to get shut down from him. Ethan with the immediate trade on back, but Todd's there to find Joey as well, leaving us in just the 2-on-3.
Yeah, Ethan's made his way upstairs. He's going to see what he can get. He finds one. That's Todd getting dropped. God Legion. He's just going to find Emo in. 1v2. He still has a lot of work ahead of him. They're not in control of Kit yet.
Oh, God Legion can do this.
Find Ethan. Derpe now has Kit. Makes it a 1v1, but he has to plant. He's planting in a relatively safe spot here. 15 seconds left. God Legion, he's going to have to get aggressive. He drops. Derp has stopped the plant because of it. He hears the shots going off. 10 seconds. He just has to stay alive. We're going to come down to the wire. 5 seconds. Derpe lands the shot. August take the round.
And put themselves up to match point as well, Amflea. They are on 6 points. Looks like confirmed we are going to see August going ahead of Oddity on the ladder. But Oddity could mitigate the damage here if they can win these next 3 rounds.
Yeah, but at best they can do a draw. So as you said, August are now guaranteed second place spot right now. And if all goes well, if everyone wins the rest of the games against the people below them on the ladder, August will remain in second place. And Oddity, that's a bad spot to be in because you're no longer in control of destiny. You are hoping that someone else stuffs up
I
so
believe
you will win.
there is one other way. They could take down Fnatic, and I think they might go above Fnatic if they do so. I don't think they've played yet.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
For Oddity and Fnatic?
Yeah. Oddity are how many points behind? Let me just check the...
16 to 14, I believe.
Yeah, so Oddity could still find a way up there if it comes to that.
Yeah. So, okay, so they have one option available to them. That's to beat Fnatic. Still not what you want to say to yourself.
Assuming August don't drop any more rounds, any more maps, which, they've done it the first part of the season. They've looked quite shaky and all.
They've looked so much strong. I don't know whether they've looked a lot stronger today or Oddity have just
5 seconds remaining.
had a terrible, terrible game day. But either way, like, when your options are August have to stuff up or we have to beat Fnatic, right? Like, they're not, that's, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Like, I really don't, like, that's not a good spot to be in.
Yeah, it really isn't. But, we're getting ahead of ourselves, Amflea. There's still a chance here for Oddity to be even Steven on the points. But behind the place thanks they're dead.
It certainly is, and we'll have to see whether or not the Stevens are going to come out. But Silex, they're going to do this multi-plan actually.
Yeah,
He's got the defeat though.
I was about to mention, yeah, it's a bit strange to see Silex picking up the Monty. It's not really been an operator we've seen too much from this Augla squad, but he's going to get right in the exact same position, man. That's C4. Emo Rin's going down once again. Oh, we're going to see Shabs find one. Shabs 2. 5v1. What? What happened?
Shabs, that was insane. Oddity just crushed the Augla's roster, leaving it all up to Joey here in a 1 versus 5. He's going to find his way through. He's got one on his left. He's got one on his right. He's going to fall to God Legion. And Oddity. Flawless round.
Still catching up here. What happened?
August just died. That's essentially what happened. August just fell apart at the seams. They all lost their gunfights.
That's a real effing chats for that push, I reckon. Like that was complete failure. But we are heading back to ventilation here, where it was a flawless round from August last time we saw this bomb site. So let's hope the members of Oddity, for their sake, can dig deep and make things spicy.
Honestly, maybe they should have gone back to customs. They had a good showing on customs. Came down to a 1v1.
That being said, it was a 1v3 before it got to that 1v1 though.
Yeah, fair point.
God Legion, 15 kills. Redlan's like, hey buddy, give me some of your kills.
Goddity and Toddity going off.
Yeah, Derpay on the flip side of things, he's reached 13 as well. So I think he's the second highest fragger in the server.
After God Legion?
Yeah.
So... very interesting to see how this Oddity roster intends on holding this and what they're going to do differently. Right, because as you said, they got crushed. Like, they got hung, drawn, quartered, and sent to the four corners of the map. And, you know, they need to do something different here.
5 seconds to go.
I wonder if they were one of the wounded that was allowed to board the helicopter.
Oh, I mean, they're not allowed to, so like, you know, I guess that's a no. Everyone knows you're not helicopter, right?
You're not to attempt to board the helicopter.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it successfully, is it an attempt? Or is it an attempt only if you fail?
I think it's still attempting whether you succeed or not. Enough of that, let's focus on this though. As we are into potentially the final round here, Auglas look like they've found their stride, and Oddity look like they've not been able to reach the heights that they've reached earlier on in the season.
Yeah, a couple of pre-fires coming off from Shabs, barely missing some targets. Would have been nice to see. Dirtbay is just chilling. Oh, whoa! What?
He's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, he's counting his lucky stars as he runs away with his tail between his legs. And just very lucky to have hit the shoulder and not his head when he queued into it just then. So, he still hasn't joined up with the rest of his team. He's
Queued into it, is that like the slang term for QE'd into it?
Yeah, well, he didn't E into it. It was
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
sorry to put you off your pace, I was just curious.
No, that's okay. But Derp, he's still holding that tight angle.
Yeah, he ran away with his tail between his legs just to find a different angle to hold down with the Maverick.
Very slow push so far.
Mana pellets, but Shab's always just going to sit below the lip of that angle that was opened up just then. Derpay making a bit more of a bigger hole. Looks like he wants to jump through this one. Surely they heard that.
Big enough to vault? I don't think it is.
Oh,
he's got to take out a little bit of the left-hand corner there.
Gonna have to shave some more off. That means that he still has plenty left, but yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a free kill.
Alright, he finally gets it. His Emo has also found Shabs. Joey's going to pick up one for himself, and that now leaves us in 8 versus 5. Oddity's hopes and dreams are slowly being crushed here. Now Joey gets himself his second, though.
All up to Redolent. He's only been able to find I think it was 1 kill so far this matchup. He does get the down, but that plant is going down. I think it might be confirmed here by Sykes as well, and that's the end. What a anticlimactic round. Another flawless, technically.
Yeah. as we saw some amazing rounds there. August just very clinically win that final round.
Ethan hitting the MVP, not Derpe, even though he was
really
leading
felt like
frags.
Derpe deserved it.
Yeah. I'm just surprised with how confident he was that that one tap was going to hit as well.
Yeah.
Actually, Ethan overtook him in frags. That's why he's going to be rewarded with the MVP.
Yeah, you gotta feel a little bit sorry for God Legion there. He had such a map, like such a strong performance on that map.
Yeah. August do take the W 7-4. Now, Fleet, we've got a short night of Pro League tonight, don't we? Because Fnatic are away, so that's the end, really. Nice early night.
That's it. So I actually want to point out 6 points to August. They are now currently in first place.
Yes, you are correct. They are on 17.
Yes, they have played one more map than Fnatic, and they are 1 point ahead of Fnatic at this point. So
Yeah.
August now take first place with that. It's a tentative first place, as you know, Fnatic is obviously a game behind.
Game in hand, yeah.
Yeah, but still, very strong performance for them, and they're going to be happy coming out in first place.
Yeah, for sure. So, overall, Fleet, any final things for us, do you reckon?
Well, look, we saw some hopes of brilliance from Oddity, but Oddity have shown communication issues throughout this whole season.
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't seem to be improving. So they had a very horrible bank. And we saw a lot of communication issues, particularly in the early half of board. So I think Oddity really need to step on and work on their communication issues moving forward, or else they're not going to be able to retake that second place.
Yeah, it really feels like they've changed from this from like, you know, being frag heavy to being strategical and trying to play more like chess than well, flip the chess table and smack them in the face kind of style, doesn't it? Like, and they're trying to play that against August, and that's like August's ball game. And like, yes, they brought her on board for a bit, but in the end, it was like, you know, you're not going to win out against a team like August that is as well drilled and structured as they are.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very, very interesting that Oddity decided of all weeks to play like that, you know, against August, which we said arguably is going to be the most important match of their whole season. So,
yeah, well, that will be it from us, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Unfortunately, just the short night of Pro League, but we'll make it up to you, we promise, as there is going to be a make-up game after the Invitational. But tomorrow night, guys, there is a full night of Pro League. Make sure you tune into that. We'll see you around.
catches.